face. Well, it isn't a place, it's a time and space that you're welcome to grace. No need for refinement, just come as you are. It doesn't take much to become a lodestar. You'll laugh and you'll cry just to give it a try. I wanna say more, but it's a surprise. If you feel lost and you wanna be found, just come on down to the Lullaby Lounge. There's new friends to meet, there's foes to defeat, there's songs and there's stories and more. The folly and fun have already begun, so let's get the show started. 1, 2, 3, 4. The coziest concert in cyberspace. The Lullaby Lounge can be any place. Each Tuesday at 8, this nightclub appears wherever you are. I'm so glad that you're here.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry Higgins, and if you didn't check out last week's review of the Lullaby Lounge, I'd recommend you do that, as it also functions as an introduction to Kate Nix, the veritable feast of guests and co-stars and characters, not to mention the concept and evolution of the lounge itself. So go, we'll still be here when you get back, and then you'll be all caught up and we can carry on. Transition! Okay, now that we're all up to speed on the shenanigans and the chaos, what are my thoughts on Season 6, Episode 5, as the Lullaby Lounge Novelty Hour comes to us from a mystical and secretive speakeasy. It's over on the wrong side of the tracks, in the wrong part of town, but we went there anyway. Interestingly, a pre-credit reel before the show kicks off has Kate been contacted by the network, and any organisation known as the network is never good. So she's contacted by the network with a veiled threat. Well, it's thinly veiled as a thin thing on thinning pills, but it was a veiled threat all the same, and the threat is to be sponsored by the network or have the plug pulled on the entire show. We're left hanging on that thread as the show itself starts, and unperturbed, and in contrast to the understandably stern tone episode 4 opened with, this week's episode opens with a much brighter and more casual tone. So much so, I didn't even notice until much later that I had misspelled my review notes and called the show the Lullaby Lounge Review. What are you going to do? So, the episode starts following some housekeeping chat about the main camera being on the way out, which was the focus of the tip goal this week. The show proper begins. Before getting into the songs and the other shenanigans on the show though, I must talk about Kate's amazing all-black ensemble. They say that everyone looks good in black, but on this night it was black being made to look good by Kate. You'll see what I mean when you watch the episode. It's understated, but it just works so well. I've mentioned before, and other people have mentioned before, Kate, and if you watch last week's episode, you'll see she is a chameleon of looks and styles, and even the most basic of styles, black, it's just plain black, and yet it works so well that it must be down to some of that fairy magic she's always talking about. The first tune of the night is Diagnonsense. It's a Kate Nix original, link to BANDCAMP in the description below to go and check out all her original works. And it's a great song, with this live version being a fantastic, fun one to sing along to. This is followed up by a quick discussion on Elvira's bisexuality. Recently, there was a comment that she's been in a relationship with a woman for the last 19 years, which is awesome. So, Elvira, or Elvira, for those with a Punland passport that they can show, was a quick topic of discussion by Kate and the chat. Everyone celebrating that wonderful news. Then the show kicked into another gear with a low-key cover of Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, and this was accompanied by the Frog himself on bass. But it's not just live action on the show, it's not just live people on the show, there's puppets. Not Muppets, we spoke about this last week, they are puppets. It's Motivation with Moxie Buttercup, a, well, motivational series fronted by the best puppet in the whole world, Moxie Buttercup, the delightful Moxie Buttercup, and Dex. Now Dex, on the other hand, he is a bit of a dick. Let's take a sneak peek of what you can find on the episode.
Inhibit others.
Nice.
It doesn't seem very nice, Dex.
Ugh. Being cool isn't about being nice.
So it's about being mean?
It's about not even noticing if you're mean or you're nice.
Right.
You're doing great. Now let's try some leaning.
Leaning?
Yeah, leaning says, hey, this environment?
That Dex. I'll tell you what isn't boo-worthy though, unlike that cad Dex. It's the amazingly soulful cover of Stormy Weather, the Etta James classic. I mean, seriously, listen to this snippet. I don't know why I'm pointing back here because the clip's not there, but listen to this snippet of utter greatness.
Stormy weather.
After the mid-roll break, Kate takes a leaf out of my book and takes us through an unboxing of the super stupendous Lullaby Lounge soaps. Now that's right, I invented unboxings. Before that, they were just openings. Now they're unboxings. Jump on my bandwagon like Kate did. Now these delectable goodies are the creation of community member Sonia Sometimes under the Crooked Spine Creative banner. They are amazing. You can see the link in the description below to go and check out her website for our other products. Watch the episode to see the amazing Lullaby Lounge soaps. They're handmade, they look phenomenal. Kay does a great job with the unboxing and explaining how they smell and feel and look and touch and taste. They don't taste, they're soap. We're not editing that out though because that's just too funny. The soaps look amazing and certain members of the community who have contributed to the show are being sent their own little version of the soap. I believe I'm in that category, so I am looking forward to receiving mine. Will I use it or will I have it as a work of art? Only time will tell. But back to the music, and you know Kate means business for the next track because the kazoo net rack has been brought into the mix, and it's a live version of Rainbow Lemonade and Gin, which is another Kate Nix original. Again, it's an excellent song, so check it out either on BANDCAMP or go and watch the episode, or do both. Do both. Do both. Exert yourself, reach for the moon, reach for the stars, do everything. In the back half of the show, because I understand time is precious and I don't want to give too much away of what actually happens in the show. Go and watch it for yourself. In the back half of the show though, we do take part in Legend of the Hidden Frog, which is Ophidian testing Kate and those in the chat, those watching, by invoking the Mandela effect into a series of questions just to see which part of the multiverse we are actually from. Because if you don't know what the Mandela effect is, it's essentially you remember something, but it's not just you. It's a communal thing. A lot of people remember something. Like, Beam Me Up, Scotty, from Star Trek, was never said in any episode of the original series, ever. But people convinced themselves that they did, and enough people believe it. There are other versions of it. Look it up. It's a very fascinating subject, actually. So, on a sidebar to what we're talking about here, go and look up the Mandela effect. It will blow your mind with some of them. Some of them, it will have you questioning your own reality. And this is where we believe, and part of the theory is that we are in a multiverse, and what we're remembering with the Mandela effect is actually something that was in another universe. But again, go and read about it. That's a story for another time. The quiz is hilarious. So go watch the episode and actually take part in it yourself. Following that, we have Little Girl Big Liar, which is another K-Nix original, and It's one of my favourites. It reverberates around with the meaning behind the lyrics and the way it's sung. I'd really love to hear this Kate Nix do a cover of Confide in Me by Kylie Minogue. Go and check that song out as well, actually. It's an absolutely underrated gem of a song, dripping with such hidden meaning behind the look and the lyrics of the song. It's wonderful. It's one of Kylie Minogue's best songs, and it's one of the ones that doesn't get enough love, in my opinion. After some more bumpers, we end the show proper with an absolutely sultry cover of In the End by Linkin Park. Now, Linkin Park is a great band. I love them. In the End is one of their power anthems. So this version, the sultry version that Kay's doing, has to be heard to be believed. I absolutely love stripped down versions of powerful songs. A great example of this is Bon Jovi's This Left Looks Right. It's an acoustic album of cover versions of their own hits. So there's like Living on a Prayer, Bed of Roses, Always, Born to Me My Baby. There's so many great songs on there that are done in a very stripped down acoustic style, and I prefer, and some people will say it's sacrilege, I prefer the versions on This Left Feels Right to the originals. They're still great, I just prefer these. And because of that, this absolute anthem was the perfect show capper done in this style. As with last week, and as with most of the episodes, there is an after party that you can stick around for if you wish before going on to raid another channel. That has more wise monologuing, a kazoo cover of Fever, a stirring rendition of Kate's own Blood and Bone, and the freestyling wonders, and I'm not making this up, of Chicken in a Crock Pot. And no, I'm not going to explain what that last one is. Like The Matrix, you have to experience it for yourself. That is all I'm saying, other than repeating it because it's fun to say, chicken in a crock pot. So overall, Season 6, Episode 5 of the Lullaby Lounge Novelty Hour was wonderful. It was a fun experience with great songs, skits, comedy segments, a quiz, who doesn't love a quiz, and some awesome monologues between the music, back and forth with Ophidian and Kate as well. The chat was buzzing with the community, and the bumpers are always hilarious. Also in the description below will be a list of all the songs that were on this episode. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch the video, spend your time with me, going over another wonderful episode of a fantastic show. Give this video a like and a share, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Go and follow Kate's Twitch channel, check out her music on BANDCAMP. So stay safe, wear a mask, and I will see you on the flip side, my friends.
This song was requested by Henry Higgins the third.